Today, we will learn addition of decimal numbers. In a classroom, the teacher was teaching the topic addition of decimal numbers. The teacher asked the students the sum of 213 and 34. The students answered 247 very easily. Everyone was happy that they had answered it quickly. The teacher then asked them, what would be the sum of 2.13 and 3.4? The students started thinking hard as to how they could add these two decimal numbers. Do you also face such problems? If yes, then let's solve it in this video. We need to find out the sum of 2.13 and 3.4. Let's solve this. You must be knowing that in any decimal number, the whole number is to the left side of the decimal point and part of a whole is written to the right side of the decimal point. In 2.13, 2 is a whole number and 13 is hundredths. Similarly, in 3.4, 3 is whole and 4 is tenths. In order to learn the addition, let's take a square and consider it as a whole or a unit. Since there are two wholes in 2.13, we will consider two such squares. And to represent 13 hundredths, we will take a whole which is divided into 100 equal parts and shade 13 parts of it. Similarly, in 3.4, there are three wholes, so we will take three such squares. And to represent 4 tenths, we will take one more square which is divided into 10 equal parts and shade 4 parts of it. Now let's add them. As you can see, there are 2 wholes and 3 wholes. Therefore, we can say that there are 5 wholes in total. Now let's add 13 hundredths and 4 tenths. Can you tell me how to do this? Think for a while. Okay, let me tell you. If we talk about square of 4 tenths, then we can divide each of its parts in 10 equal parts. By doing so, we will get a total of 100 parts. Now you can see that there are 40 shaded parts here. So, we can say that 4 tenths is equal to 40 hundredths. Now we have 13 hundredths and 40 hundredths. So what will their sum be? If we place the shaded parts of both squares in one square, then we can say that there are 53 shaded parts out of 100, which means that the sum of 13 hundredths and 40 hundredths is 53 hundredths. Now tell me, how do you write 5 wholes and 53 hundredths in decimal form? Think for a while. Absolutely correct. We write it as 5.53. In order to find the addition of decimal numbers mathematically, we write these numbers one below the other like this. But while doing so, it is important to focus on their places. We cannot write 2.13 and 3.4 like this. Can you tell the reason why? Think for a while. Okay, let me tell you. If we write it like this, the place value of numbers get changed. Here, the place value of 4 is now 4 hundredths. To write it in the correct form, we have to write 4 in tens place only. That means below 1, which is also in the tens place. Now there is no number in the hundredths place. So, we write 0 here. Writing 0 makes no change in the value of the number, but by doing so, the number of digits after the decimal points becomes equal. This helps in performing the addition operation. Always remember that. It is correct to add 0 after a non-zero digit in the decimal number, and it is incorrect to add 0 before the non-zero digit after the decimal point, because this changes the value of numbers. Now, we have written the number one below the other, and with the help of 0, we have made the number of digits equal after the decimal point. We will add them the same way that we add whole numbers. Here the sum of 3 and 0 is 3, the sum of 1 and 4 is 5, The sum of 2 and 3 is 5. Therefore, the sum of 2.13 and 3.4 is 5.53. Remember that the numbers to be added have 2 digits on the right side of the decimal point. As a result, the final answer 2 has the decimal point before 2 digits from the right side. That means decimal point in the final answer comes below the decimal point of numbers that we are adding. Today, we have learnt addition of decimal numbers. In the next video, we will see some examples. Let us look at some examples of addition of decimal numbers. Rajesh purchased 2 shirts. He paid rupees 450 and 50 paise for the first shirt and rupees 333 and 70 paise for the second shirt. Find out how much he paid in total to the shopkeeper. From the given example, it is clear that Rajesh purchased the first shirt for rupees 450 and 50 paisa and the second shirt for rupees 333 and 70 paisa. Here we can see both the numbers are decimal numbers. To know the total amount he paid to the shopkeeper, we need to add these two numbers. To add them, first arrange them in the place value table. In 450.50, 4 is in the hundreds place, 5 in the tens place, 0 in the units place, 5 is in the tenth, and 0 is in the hundredth place. Similarly, we will arrange 333.70 in the place value table. As you can see that in both the numbers, number of digits are equal after the decimal point, so there is no need to use a 0 here. For the operation of addition, we must draw a line below the second number and write the sum. To add the numbers, we must first move from right to left. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. A group of 1 unit can be formed from 12 tens which can be added in units place. Remaining 2 will be written in the tens place. 0 plus 3 is equal to 3, and adding the carried over 1 results in 4. We must write this in the units place. Similarly, the sum of digits in the tens place is 8 and the sum of digits in hundred place is 7. Therefore, the sum of these decimal numbers is 784.20. Thus, the total amount Rajesh paid is rupees 784 and 20 paisa. Nisha bought 1 kg of sugar, 0.5 kg of tea leaves, and 2.349 kg of jaggery. She put the items in her empty bag. What is the total weight of all the things in her bag? To find the total weight of all the things in the bag, we need to add 1 kg and 0.5 kg and 2.349 kg. So let's first write them one below the other. As you can see that the digits in the units place, that is 1, 0 and 2, are one below the other in the same column. To make the number of digits equal after the decimal point in the first row, we will write 0 after 1 in place of tens, write 0 in the place of hundreds, and one more 0 in the place of thousands. Similarly, in the second row after 0.5, we will write 0 in the place of hundreds and thousands. Now the number of digits after the decimal point are equal. Next step should be adding the digits in each place from right to left. The sum of digits in the thousand place is 9, hundreds place is 4, tens place is 8, and the sum of digits in units place is 3. Therefore, the total weight of the three items is 3.849. Thus, the total weight of her things in her bag is 3.849 kg. Today, We saw the examples of addition of decimal number. In the next video, we will clarify some misconceptions on the same topic. Today, we will clear the misconceptions related to addition of decimal numbers. Misconception 1. A person has lifted 11.250 kg of weight in his left hand and 5 kg with his right hand. Find the total weight lifted by the person. While adding decimal numbers, the place value of digits is ignored. Here, while solving this example, 5 is written below 0 and the sum obtained is 11.255 kg. Since the placement of numbers has not been done correctly, the incorrect answer option 1 is chosen. The actual concept that needs to be learnt is that since 5 is a whole number, it has to be written to the left side of the decimal point. Since this number has only one digit, we will write 5 in the units place. Then, we will place decimal point on the right side of 5 so that we can separate tens place. Then, we write 0 in the tens place, hundreds place and thousands place. Since 5 is a whole number, we can write 0 in the place of tens, hundreds and thousands. Here, 0 is used as a placeholder. With the help of this, now both numbers have equal number of digits after the decimal point. Now adding these numbers will give the correct answer as 16.250 kg. Therefore, option 2 is the correct answer. Misconception 2. Dinesh purchased 1 kg of rice at the price of rupees 17 and 65 paise and 1 kg of wheat at the price of rupees 19 and 80 paisa. Find out the total amount of money Dinesh has to pay the shopkeeper. While dealing with decimal numbers, sometimes it is misunderstood that the digits to the left side of the decimal point make one whole number and the digits to the right side of the decimal point make another whole number. When we add these two decimal numbers, we must write the sum of the digits on the right and left in their respective places. Here, the sum of 6 and 8, 14, is written as it is. The carried over number is not added with digits in the ones place. This is a misunderstanding and it gives us option 2, which is incorrect. The correct understanding is that the digits on the left side of the decimal point and the digits on the right side of the decimal point represent the same number. The only difference is that on the left side of the decimal point is the whole number and on the right is part of the whole. When we add two decimal numbers, we start adding them from right to left. First, we must add 5 and 0 whose sum is 5. This is written below 5 and 0. Similarly, the sum of 6 and 8 is 14. Even though there are two digits, we have to write only one digit in the result. So, we can take out 10 tens from 14 and make one group. Since 10 tens is equal to one whole or one unit, we will add 1 in units place and the remaining 4 will be written in the tens place. Solving it this way, we get the result as rupees 37 and 45 paise. So today, we have seen some misconceptions related to addition of decimal numbers.